You can't speak for my mama. My mama knows she let me watch my sister, even after the wreck when I accidentally was in Pioneer and accidentally was jumping backwards and went on her shit accidentally. Yeah, yeah. But that's because I told her like George Washington did when he cut down this fucking cherry tree, asshole. That means I tend not to lie. But if a jerk off like you starts attacking me that I'm a pedophile and nobody knows me, that's a character assassination, right? And you know what you're doing, and you know what you're doing. So do I know. That's why it don't matter what I say. Unless I'm confessing the sleeping arrangements in the apartment itself before I even met the stepdaughter, which was I was on the couch. See, that changes the situation of what I'm confessing. It does. That means if the child was to interact with me, she literally would have to leave her mother's side and come into the living room to where I could interact with her and all. Now, most pedophiles, right, blame the child that they wanted them to go into their room anyway. And nope, nope. The child does not have the same sexual drive as the adult. Another thing you morons don't get is that's a lie from the pedophile. That's what I keep telling you too. I'm gonna sleep on the couch. I'm not gonna mess with her or her mom all night long. In fact, I left Safety in her room, right, which became her room. Right? When I got back, and she didn't invite me back into the room, I stayed on the couch, right, like a good soon-to-be ex-husband. If that's what Alfart, she took it, right? By the way, she's the one changing her character. Now, I'm not a dumbass, right? Right. If you marry me and 6 months later you're the one acting crazy, right? And you couldn't get your daughter until then, the only reason you married me was to get your daughter, right? So I'm going to see that. I'm going to move back to base and leave you and your daughter alone. There ain't nothing else to do about it. That's right. Bye. I'm sorry. You can have my son or not, but that's another reason her mother made her wait till after 6 months. Right, before she would let her have her. See, that's all on her mom, though, ain't it, Daphne? But not on me. I don't know what the hell you doing. I'm just trying to find a wife, right? Because of how my shipmates did me. But hopefully you realize whatever happened with Sheena, I was a little confused by you, but trying to do you better than Sheena anyway, right? Though a little differently, a little confused, right? Of course. But you and me can see each other every day, right? You and me even lived together for 4 months, right? Not me and Sheena, not you and Sheena. She don't know nothing about the real Shane you do. And you know I'm a mellow person. You do. You know all I do is go home, eat dinner, watch TV, go to bed, wake up next morning, go to work, right? That's all I do. That's all you do. You also know, even though I'm in my 50s, I'm not going after Amanda. Because I'm disabled now, right? I wouldn't even touch her if I wasn't disabled, but still. You're an ex. You don't go after an ex wife's children, even if you have a child after her. I know that. I know you know that. Now you can pretend I don't know that, but the only way either girl can get around me is to leave wherever the fuck they're at and come here, right? Like I said before, and sneak over to me, right? They can do that. They can do that. I don't even know what they look like, dumbass Daphne, right? I never seen them right, since they were 4 or after you had her with your new boyfriend, right? Whatever. And that's also what happened with Jesus in his life. The first interesting character is the woman at the well, who had 5 husbands, was living with a dude at that time, and then met Jesus, right? 8, 6 plus 1, 7. Well, 7 women shall take from the one man, right? And they have a reproach among women, which is childbirth, right? And they say, we will eat our own bread and wear our apparel, only let us be called by thy name, so we take away our reproach. Well, what was the reproach of Rachel? She couldn't have a child. Until after 7 years, right? Why? Oh, the covenant with Jacob and her dad. That's why. He made an agreement that he would have Leah to wife first, right? That's why. And she also died because of the idol she stole from her dad, right? By the way. And they both said that the person who stole the idol died. And she died in childbirth, right? Bearing Benjamins, right? Too. Because they, again, took the word of God for granted. And they didn't really know who stole the idol anyway. Rachel knew she stole it. There you go. You invite the devil into your life sometimes, right? By the words you say. Now, judge not, though, lest you be judged. Forgive, to be forgiven. Any sin. Up to murder. That's what Jesus did. They tried to murder his ass. We don't know the Roman soldiers didn't try to rape his ass either. They were big on that, right? If you're a ruler and they thought you were being hoity-toity, they would rape your ass. The reason they do it is a dog will hump another dog, right? For dominancy, right? For dominion over it. Well, they would sometimes have sex with the men and rape them in front of the women until you humiliate them. Sound like what they did mean? Yeah. Yeah. Where do you think they got the idea from? When Satan humbled at him. This is not a good way to have sex with the man if you're another man and you're in love either, you know what I mean? I keep telling you that too. That's different too, right? Do you see what I mean? Right. Now, who taught us to not to good and evil though but the devil himself, right? He taught us crime and punishment, right? For that. Right. Which is up to death, right? But that makes him the murderer of all murderers, the thief of all thieves, right? The liar of all liars, the deceiver of all deceivers, right? Though just because he's the first don't mean it wasn't in you either. Satan don't have to sin for you to be able to do that sin, right? You can do it with or without the devil too, right? You know that too, right? A sin's a sin because you're doing something wrong, period, right? You're doing something against their natural lifespan or their natural order, right? Anyway. But you know, like gospel and soul singer Purvis stapled 1085, right? I'm hoping to make it at least the 90, right? Myself. At least 10 years more than David, right? The king of Israel. Maybe 14, I don't know. Maybe 95, right? Oh, it's an Andy Warhol piece. It's called A Little Electric Chair. that was offered by Alice Cooper for auction. Okay. Oh. All right. Another long video. Right.